Nerdy, are you excited for our last match of the day? What do you think?
I'm very excited. Yeah, I mean, hey, what can I say? We've had some great matches today. It's final one, final quarterfinals match. And again, like every single match today has been very good, I feel like. So I hope that the trend will continue. I hope that we will that this one will go smoothly as well, and yeah, it should be good.
For sure, for sure. So without further ado, let's hop into our recaps for Ancoboy versus Doogile. Let's look at our Ancoboy recap.
Yeah, Ancoboy playing against Loki.
2-1. Yeah, definitely an upset also. Ancoboy having to go through the walls.
Right, that's right.
I don't know if there was anything super whack in this game. I remember Ancoboy lost one and missing a portal. But we'll see, obviously, in the recaps. We listen.
Yeah, there's the one cycle. Good stuff. Onto that second game.
Oh, this lava moment. Ah!
Oh, so brutal, man. I like that quick reset, though, I will say.
And then, yeah, the whiff and the reset. I think he threw a one eye there to try to save pace after the death. And then, I mean, in a Game 3 situation, Ancoboy obviously closed it out because he's here with us today. So, props to him for that. Nice pull.
There's the throws. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Ooh, misses the stronghold. Has to dig down for it.
Nice preemptive spike. Speed potion. Love that. Oh, look, sub 10. I don't remember.
Yes, that's right.
Last time. Very high. Alright, and now we have our Doogile recap.
Yeah, this is definitely, I mean...
The biggest upset of last week. But yeah,
the biggest upset of last week by a seeding, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Not that Doogile is not,
I would say the Arachi Crow upset was a little bigger of sort of an upset because Doogile again was like the 9th ranked player. And
yeah,
just barely missed out on like the auto qualification, if that makes sense. So definitely like
a bit of a rough.
I mean, beating Ral still is like an incredible achievement, but not as big of an upset as it looks like.
Yeah. Dude taking that first game.
I think it was a quick 2-0.
Second game. I'm pretty sure this was a 2-1 if I remember right. I don't know why I remember this, but I remember being 2-1.
Maybe he died doing the 0 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
A bit sus. Oh yeah.
And then yeah, they like tied.
Yeah. Nerdy, you have a good memory. Do you know that?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Third match though. Everything's on the line. See how it glitches up.
Do you think it mentally affects you more if you have a 2-1 victory versus a 2-0 victory going into the next week? Do you think that matters?
I mean, it definitely is different. I think different people are going to be different, right? Some people are going to do well with the, like, okay, I need to get better kind of mental of the 2-1. I think other people might get a little complacent with a 2-0 victory, might think, oh, I don't really need to practice. But yeah, I mean, go either way for sure, depending on the person.
Totally get what you mean. Nerdy, do you remember the prediction that Danny Boy had for this match while we look at our player overviews? Do you remember that prediction?
I think his prediction was that Doog was going to win and that he was going to lose to Doog 1-3.
I think he predicted that Doog was going to win 3-1. I don't think he predicted the score of their game. I think if Danny Boy predicted himself to lose,
maybe
that would be
misinterpreted. I thought he was saying that he was going to lose 3. Okay, maybe I just totally. Maybe I Someone. I know. I want to know. I just want to know. No, I ain't losing that game. Okay. My bad. I'm sorry. I totally just completely misinterpreted what you meant. But yeah, I guess it was a 1-3 victory
Yeah, for
for
Duke.
Duke.
Yeah. I mean, look at this sub 13 ranked average, which is Ancoboy had an interesting thing that we looked at last time too. I mean, obviously these stats are the same because they are season 1 stats. So any matches that the players play, just like practicing, don't change this.
Yep.
It's very interesting having a sub 13 ranked average, but only a 55% win rate.
Yeah.
I think this ranked average is the 5th fastest or the 4th fastest out of anybody, and
Right.
him having a 55% win rate is weird. You know, is it like did he
Sure.
get much better over time, or is he just a lot of forfeits? So when he
I have a
does finish
take.
a game,
I have a
it's good.
take.
What's
Yeah.
your take? What do
Yeah.
you think?
Well, my take was that my guess is yes. I think forfeiting is probably the main cause of this because he's I think the only one who's forfeited in this tournament. Uh,
Yes.
so maybe that's just, you could if you don't forfeit all the matches that you lose, um, maybe you win 5% of those. Bam, this goes up 2.5%,
It is weird though because I think it wouldn't actually matter though because the average time is you winning. Um, so it all depends on if your opponent forfeits. Do you know what I mean? Like if your opponent forfeits on slow seeds, then you can keep your average sort of lower. But if you
I
forfeit
see,
when you
yeah.
were gonna lose anyways, that doesn't really affect your average. So it's a
Maybe he just
little
like goes really, really fast. I don't know. I
yeah,
don't know.
hot
We
real
could
play.
overanalyze
But
this for sure,
you
but
are
yeah.
right, Ancoboy, and I think a lot of people on the rank ladder can vouch for this. Big forfeit Andy. Likes to forfeit a lot. I know one time a couple weeks ago, maybe it was Dylan or Silver and Call, entered the end, whiffed the 0, but still said GG and got the forfeit out of him.
Oh no.
Because Ancoboy was like still in the stronghold or finding the
Oh no.
stronghold or something. So definitely a big forfeit. I mean, it might be a good mental, right? You just GG go next. And I think if you look at the stats, I don't think I'm just saying this. Obviously, there's stats there, but I think a lot of top 50 ranked Andys can vouch. The Ancoboy's big forfeit Andy. But we
Okay.
will see. Let's look at some Doogile stats real quick before we go. Another sub 13 average. I mean, that's almost everybody at this point having a sub 13 ranked average. I know Silver's got, I mean, a fucking 1220, and I think Oxy is the only, um, Oxy's the only other one, right? Oxy and Danny Boy. Maybe Danny Boy is mid 13, Oxy low 13. I don't know. Pretty good. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, other than this, like better win rate, similar average time. The win loss. I mean, they've only played 9 games, very even, right? Like this
Or
is
even.
it's honestly the most even you can get with an odd number of games, right? You can't unless they decided to draw a game, but that just never happens. In high elo, there's just no draws. So yeah, I mean, I think this is gonna be a great match. I think all the matches today have been great matches. It sort of comes down to like the really exciting seeds to watch when both players play hot and there's no deaths. You know, that's
Sure.
just that's the best content for sure. And so I'm just hoping we get some stuff like that. Nerdy, what do you think the pick bans are going to be? Doogile is the
Ooh.
lower seed, so he gets to ban first, and then Enko gets to ban and pick a seed. What do you think?
I think Duke bans Desert Temple
Okay.
because it's like weird, and I don't think of Duke as playing AA.
Okay.
And I think Ancoboy, I'm gonna say bans Rune Portal because Duke is like insane mechanically. It's like kind of hard with the low food. That's what I think. I'm going with that.
Close.
Desert Temple buried treasure.
And
I think I could have guessed that. That does make sense.
Inca Boy picked Ruin Portal too.
Maybe
You
I
thought
was
he'd ban
off.
him.
Yeah, the Bear BT makes sense because Duke is very very skilled at BT, so I get that. The pick on Rune Portal is interesting. That is surprising to me. That is like
It
I would never have guessed
it
that.
is the
Learned my
overworld
last
with
pick literally.
maybe the least amount of decision making. So I could see it,
That's
you
fair.
know?
I just feel like it forces you though to make more decisions in the Nether, which
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think you're
know.
right. You do have less blocks. You do have less food most of the time, but I mean, we'll see how the runners handle it. I'm ready to get into it. I
Yeah,
don't know
let's
about
see it.
you, but
Wow, look how similar these two are. They're right next to each other on the ranked ladder right
3 and
now. Number
4,
4 and number 3,
nice.
only 12 elo away from one another, and very similar season 1 elos as well. Despite the fact that both of them were qualifier people,
Yeah, I mean,
they're
this is
both of them very close.
yeah, I think our only match was 2 qualifier people in the top 8, and then I mean that guarantees we have a qualifier player heading into the top 4 because the other 3 are all top 8 players. Silver, Oxy, and Danny Boy are all top 8 insta qualers. So yeah, I mean room portal C, but there's a village for food perhaps, but it doesn't look like they're gonna. Maybe they'll need it for food. We'll see. The numbers next to their names are their seeds from 1 to 16. Yeah, there's some pigs here. Look at this
Yeah, I
difference
like
already,
this play
though.
from Duke.
Doogile getting carrots, Ancoboy on the pigs.
I
Similar
think I
food
like carrots.
sources. Carrots, you do have to spend the gold.
That's true, and also he already has 6. I didn't think he could get that much that quickly.
Yeah,
So
Ancoboy's
maybe
got
I'm wrong.
seven pork, and he's in the nether only maybe 10 seconds slower. It's also better food too. The biggest downside to carrots for me, I don't really mind spending the gold. In most bastions, you get a lot of gold. You can force a spare gold block.
Sure.
I think the biggest downside, it's very niche. You basically can't eat the carrots before you get to the bastion, which usually
Oh,
won't
true,
matter.
yeah.
But if there's like a skeleton in the way or a hoglin or something, it's wraps. You don't want to eat the carrot, you know?
Yeah, and take a look at this also. Looks like Ancoboy just gonna maybe spend the wood right away. Or no, he's not. Okay, I take
Yeah,
it back.
both gonna farm with
My
a
bad.
split shovel. I mean, Ancoboy's got 50 planks. Maybe he cranks some slabs here and gets to bridging a little faster. Unfortunately, yeah, like some people in chat are pointing out, Doogile isn't hitting us with the tele bridge.
Yeah, that's disappointing. I don't even know if he's playing Minecraft.
Maybe trying to play very safe here.
Oh man, Ancoboy seems a little bit.
This is dude, I thought this was stables, but I guess it's housing. I can't read bastions. I think he just has to kill this pig. That's unlucky. There goes all your axe ability, but you are guaranteed 3 iron, so iron axe is gonna come in. Not a big deal. Getting these backups, I mean, for more trades, but also pretty useful for the golden carrots as well. Oh, and he warped them up. Wow, weird, rare mechanical mistake. That nearly never happens to anybody. Place those blocks just maybe a little too fast, and so those gold blocks sort of warped or like suffocated up through the wall. I don't really know the name of the mechanic, but you guys know what I mean.
Right.
Hopefully. But yeah, I mean, he's just slightly ahead. Both these runners
Man, yeah.
doing that, like, drop-down housing maybe saves half art of fall damage. Not sure if I love it. It's such a time-neutral thing. There are the carrots coming out. I wonder if Doogile will get the item elevator gold blocks. That's the correct term. Thank you, chat. Item elevator. I wonder if he will go and pick them up. I think they're going to be in a good spot. Assuming they didn't go fully up, they should just be up these stairs to his right. He might go try to at least look or pick them up. No, he's not going to. Doesn't look like it. I mean, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's got 20 pearls already, and there's still way more trades going. Ooh, missed. Pearling. Check the top chest, maybe? Nope. Didn't get the top chest on the way there, so interesting. Ancoboy still just chilling. Obviously, he didn't item elevator his stuff.
Right.
20 from the trades, though, on less gold, so Dougal's going to be out really fast. Mid 3-4 is crazy.
That's really that's insane. That's faster than Silver's most recent Fortress Hunter, which ended up with like a 7-minute stronghold or something.
Yeah. But I mean, Ancoboy only 15-20 seconds behind him, but
exactly.
he had a mid pearl hang here, so he's going to be entering in a more awkward spot. It's going to be harder to maybe locate the spawner amongst the chaos, and he's looking for strays. Has a couple. Strays and enforce like this are always very weird because if the rates are really bad, it's almost better to stay at a spawner for the consistency. But if the rates are really good, you can just rip like 3, 4, 5 strays, 1, 2 spawner cycles, and you're super out like really quick. And
yeah,
looks like it's 3 for 3 already.
I'd love to see a super fast seed. This could be good.
3 for 5. Yeah, it could have been really fast. You're right, like a 4:30 first portal. Oh, Ancoboy can't get under that blaze. Oh, there he goes.
Nice.
I think these two don't drop. We saw on Doogle's screen. Dougal slightly ahead. But Ancoboy's
Really close match though.
Strays, yeah. I think they're literally one blaze kill apart right now.
Yep, that's right.
In terms of rods, and Ancoboy triggered another spawner, so he's gonna briefly take the lead if you're just thinking about that. But Doogile gets a spawn here too, a 4 spawn.
Man, this is really close.
So Doogile could be out here if 2 or 3 of these drop their rods, and Ancoboy has to get another spawn somewhere, which he pearls for the other spawner. But they're both not gonna be out, unless Ancoboy's 1 blaze ahead and has 6 rods, but no, he has 5. Like just insanely close.
Really close.
Ancoboy got another quick spawn there. Wow, yeah, this is really close. This is gonna fully come down to terrain. Wow.
I mean, super good pace as well. I mean, 540. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's still for considering that this is just kind of a arbitrary tourney seed. A 550 first portal with 5 rods is not bad at all.
Oh yeah, this is really good.
Very sub-tenable.
Looking at their measurements, same location. Gonna come back to the nether, both on 5 rods. I'm not sure where Ancoboy's second eye went. Oh, it's on the river here, okay. Yeah, Doogile gets a rod, but Ancoboy had blazes like there on him. So he can also just grab this rod, and Doogile is...
I mean, we're talking
20 blocks away from cords right now or something.
Yeah, let's see who gets to the cords faster. This could be an opportunity for a bit of a gap to be created.
Yeah, but look, see, Ancoboy going on high terrain here, and Doogile went on low terrain.
Interesting. Yeah, and so Duke's gonna enter the stronghold if he hits it.
I think they did. They both got the same thing, but
yeah.
Yeah, Ancoboy just above. This
Ancoboy does find this
not sub-8able, but very much sub-9able or low-8able. Not sure if it's zeroable based on explosives and stuff, and I mean it still could come down to nav. Doogile got a very big weird spike, might be a spawner, but there was no other spike, so you have to assume that the spawner might be in the same direction as the portal room spawner, like what's down here, this light source potentially, and there it is. Wow, yeah. So might have just been 2 overlapping spawners, but if he hits the 0, this is going to be the fastest run we've ever seen in the tournament. And if it's front, this is free. If it's back...
Oh my god, look at this though. Ancoboy right behind him.
And he's not going for it on back. I'm not sure why. Maybe, I mean, look, he only has 5 soul sand and 7 crying, so that could be it. He might not be confident on the bags.
But Ancoboy might have the chance.
Ancoboy only had 1 pearl though, unless he he's got more there.
No, more.
And he is gonna go for it.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
And he's got more blocks, and it should just be hittable. I'm not sure why Doogile decided to not go for it, but if Ancoboy doesn't choke this, he might be 1 block too tall. I think he's 1 block too high. Yeah, he blows up early, and I think he's gonna have enough beds to where it's not gonna matter. Maybe.
Wow.
I'm not sure. He's gonna need 7 beds here, maybe.
Really
maybe 6.
Close.
I think he's good. He's got 7 beds, yeah. That's gonna be it. He's got 8 beds.
Wow.
Wow, and he takes that.
And just the end of, like 15 seconds later, but it doesn't matter. He takes the 0.
This is now the fastest run we've seen.
Yeah.
Steals it from Doogile. I'm not sure why Doogile doesn't go for the 0 there. My only thought is that no blocks. He has the pearls, he has golden carrots. I mean, his bed's not on his hotbar, but yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I have no idea. But that's the game, right? He played well, but yeah, look at Doogile said no blocks in chat. That makes sense, right? 12. It's definitely possible. You probably only need like 7 or 8 non-gravity blocks, and he had 12. but it's very tight.
It's
To
hard
make
too
that.
in a
So
tournament.
I don't necessarily blame him, but it's
It cost him
yeah.
the match though. At the same time, I mean, he entered. Look,
Ancoboy
17 seconds.
Yeah, Ancoboy had blocks in that situation, and Duke didn't. So there was decisions throughout the seed that messed him up. You know, to not have those blocks
Right,
to
exactly.
be
Yeah,
able to go for 0.
but still great. I mean, that was what a great game. I mean, that's just showcasing Zero. I mean, that might be the first time or one of the first times where we've seen just Zero beat the entire difference between the two players. Um, like we've seen Zero to kind of secure wins, but that was one where that player actually was behind by a significant margin, um, and just came back by doing the Zero. But really great game. Super. That
I
was
mean,
that
yeah,
was one
that
of my
was gnarly.
favorites.
Um, that was so fast. I mean, I'm just down to go into the other one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's check the seed pick real quick. Doogile have the choice between ship and village, and he chooses ship. Again, they do have to play both anyways, but getting back to 1-1 is better than being down 0-2 for the mental, for the momentum, for everything. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, surely Doogile knows like he was in faster, played the seed more consistently, just a 0 mistake. Maybe saw a couple people saying he built with nether bricks around the spawner, so that was maybe the use of his blocks there. But I mean, that was like his only mistake, so you learn from that. You got to know that Ancoboy's going to send it, and just yeah, I mean that's the only mistake, which is crazy that decides the whole
Wow.
match. Like both players just playing lights out, like sub 9 pace for both of them, nearly sub 8, like 10-15 seconds off of sub 8 pace. It's just crazy because these seeds are filtered and like they're checked to be like playable, but we're not giving these guys like fashions or anything like that.
Yeah.
Getting a sub 8 is just incredible gameplay. There's what, only 3 ever in ranked? 4, 3, 4, something like that. Like, I mean, there's only 2 in real runs, but yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that was. Oh man, that was just a fantastic match. Man, I'm so sorry. I just like totally stuck on that
I
last match.
know.
That was
Wait,
just
why?
totally
Why?
close, neck and neck, literally.
What did Ancoboy just mess up crafting?
Oh no.
Any? Did he make a like no shears? Did he do shears? Shovel on 7? Wow. I was literally
Wow.
just looking at Doogile screen. I'm saying you make shears and you mine stone. Wow. I mean, a mistake this early too, when you know it's entirely your fault. Like a lot of times you can like, it's a different type of mental tilt. If you die to like some random stray or like weird preemptive, or your eyes point to different strongholds or something like that, that's a different type of tilt than something where it's like 100% completely your fault. And like, how does that affect your mental? You have to play the whole seed out, knowing you're 45 seconds behind, just off the rip. Like, how does that affect you, do you think? Is it different than other mistakes like that, like
Yeah.
zombie pigs, or
It's probably going to be a bit different. I mean, there's less cope that you can have. It's obviously less punishing, but it's still frustrating.
yeah,
I
it
think
wasn't
it
a very
maybe
early mistake.
takes. I think it maybe takes Ancoboy's momentum back a little bit. Like I think it could be bad. It could be bad for Ancoboy
I mean, again, so weird
mentally,
too.
but
He
also
played
be good.
ship front load and didn't get shears, so he has no blocks in this nether. Is it going to matter? We've seen it. Obviously, just completely depends on the nether terrain if it's going to matter or not. No idea. I mean, he's already making use of the leaves. Fort is just on the way to the bastion. Ancoboy definitely made up more than 45 seconds, but again, he just has less stuff. And this is a treasure, so... Oh my god, look at this fort terrain. Dude, it's like... Are the gold blocks gonna be gone? Do you see this? Like, the fort's like in... I've only ever seen this on a seed like once or twice ever. There might just be... This is gonna... I might like this play from Doogile. I wasn't entirely sure why he goes up, but you start the trade so quickly here. Is Ancoboy gonna do the same thing? I think the player should have. I would have personally mined through this fort and walked through it to the bastion, because you see it.
Sure.
You see the middle of it like in the bastion, but I guess, and then you get. I don't know, man. Who knows what it looks like down there? Like, actually, maybe all the pigs suffocated and died. Like, I don't know. But they're both. I mean, Ancoboy clearing out a little bit more of the blocks to get some pigs earlier. Maybe I don't think Doogile. Oh, he's bringing them up. This is risky. I feel like you take so much damage. Oh, but the block off.
Oh.
There's gonna be maybe some zombie piglin troubles. I like the idea.
Where are they?
It just didn't work out in practice, but I do like the idea. Gonna get him mad. Oh, because he maybe like the gold armor.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I don't know.
That is
Some
nice.
weird stuff going on there.
Dude, I want to see what it looks like down there on the bridge, man, and neither of them are gonna go down there. That's so sad.
It's okay, Farmer. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
I need Oliver to give me the seed later.
Yeah, you can
so
totally check it out.
That's like the fun part of fashions and stuff, when things break really badly, like seeing those gold blocks get disappeared, or like seeds where like bridge gold blocks can disappear. I like that stuff. I'm a fan. But yeah, I don't really know who's winning. I don't know how many trades either of them have. Dougal's got a little bit of pig troubles, but it looks like he's good.
And both of them having a little bit of pig troubles here, but it's not too bad. Not any disasters yet.
Oliver has a chat update that the gold block on the bridge is on a fort fence. But there are 2 gold blocks. Ancoboy's almost dead to a piglin. Oliver, are they both alive? We'll look at it later. We'll figure it out. Maybe Oliver will give us the seed. Getting all the backups though. The trades must be bad. Maybe Doogile. I mean, he's on 18. Is he sitting on trades? Forcing 20. 16 pearls only, and he has no string in his inventory. Yeah. I don't know if that's because he didn't pick it up. There's string at the top. We can see that.
Yeah, there's string 18. Up there. There's definitely.
Oh, there's a stack. Okay, so we're good. So we're good on string, but again, still 18 obby. Are we going to? I don't know how many stray blocks he's gotten. Ancoboy looks like he's done with trades on 19. Again, not a big deal. The home portal was close to the fort. Oh, look at that. Look, he gets the bridge block. It's on the fence. We see it. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Ancoboy. Let's go. Nice little pedestal for it. Yeah, so it looks like he's going to force 20. And we've seen 20 forcing pay off incredibly well in a lot of these games. You know? So who knows, right? Is it going to... Is it going to matter, do you think? Ahead of the fort by maybe 20, 30 seconds. Has to play for the home portal.
Yeah, now... I mean, I don't want to say it's gone, because it's obviously there still, but that lead that Doog had to the reset is seemingly maybe not going to be as much of an issue for Ancoboy.
Yeah. I mean, Doog's already on 5 rods, though. These strays are crazy. Ancoboy is struggling on
that's
food.
fair.
I don't know where his bread went. Oh, that was a sat stew, though, maybe? No, it's not. He has the...
His bread. He still has bread. He still has bread.
Yeah, I mean, I just see him on 3 hearts not eating. Always gets me scared.
That's completely valid.
He was on 6. He does. That's another downside of home portal is you kind of have to force 7 rods most of the time. But I mean, this is fast. Like he's 4 rods ahead. Granted, he does have to play home portal here, but he's got some ground on Ancoboy here, which maybe isn't as impressive when you realize Ancoboy reset the overworld, losing maybe 30 seconds to that, but it's still a nice lead. And definitely, you're definitely not sad if you're Doogile in this situation.
This could be a situation where Ancoboy could get lucky, though. I will say he gets a really nice terrain, really nice.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's
stronghold distance
on the surface, and if I don't know if he crafted all his eyes, if he has 5 rods or something, but they're measuring eyes at the same exact time, and Dougal's boat eye didn't let him 1 eye, so there's not going to be a ton of time saved there, and I don't know if Ancoboy threw 2 or 1, but he has good chords too.
Oh, he's only got 86%.
I think he sends it though. Those offset, yeah, it's like 1 block offset from the next one.
Okay.
But these are gonna be different strongholds. Ancoboy needs 1 more rod, but he's closer. At 20 is so good. This is like, I feel like it's just more and more proof. Like he's got the rod and he's gone. And Doogile has to go back and go 2K. Or yeah, 1700. Yeah, this is. Ancoboy made up all his time. The 24s worked out. I mean, knowing you're on 19 obby and then getting the 2 bridge blocks is a really safe way to force 20. Obviously, if it didn't work, it's just completely over. But he's gonna be ahead again. Different strongholds, so we don't know exactly. But that looks like a good spike for Ancoboy, just straight down mid. Oh, it looks perfect. Oh, I feel like it would just be right there, though. But Dougal's closing in on the stronghold chords. Like, he's getting close. Ancoboy does have some info. Game. I think, yeah, it's got to just be here, right? Like, it just got walled off. Is it? No. Yes, no.
Wow. Maybe?
Wow. That's where I thought his spike was, but... Oh, Dougal messing up his gravel drain. Weird. But he gets it there. I think Ancoboy would be... What if, like, this was, like, it just looked like the right direction. Did Dougal miss? Why 18?
There we go.
I don't think Dougal missed. I think he was just too low.
Little room there for Ancoboy.
Is he going to 0, 1, 2, 5 bed, 2 anchor? Yes, probably. Dougal digging into the stronghold now. I mean, it's just over, though, if Anco hits the 0.
Anco hits
time to come back. Cage 57, doable with a pearl clip. Gonna dig 4. Oh, 3. No, he had enough. Yep. Is it back? That is just not hittable.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come down to a perch race. If Dougal can find this portal room quick enough and just crank the pace, it's possible he gets a faster perch. Especially if Ancoboy just isn't gonna have to here because he prepped for 0. Oh, it looks like he's bow breaking. This could unironically give Dougal a lead, though. Bow breaking here and shooting crystals. Like, he's shooting these crystals really late. You know, he's starting this super late.
Right, yeah.
Is Dougal just going to enter, do you think? No, I think he's going to prep for 0, right?
Oh, yeah, but he doesn't know, of course.
He doesn't know that it's not 0 ball. I don't think it's hittable at all. Ancoboy gets a perch though, doesn't matter? Wow, doesn't matter at all.
See if he hits it.
Hey, he's got enough beds for sure. He was bow breaking for the bow.
Right.
Oh, that's plus 1 roll too.
Nice. Ancoboy, maybe a bit of an upset, but up 2 full seeds here.
This is wild, yeah. I mean, Doogile definitely played the first seed better up to the 0, and then this it seemed like it was a 20 obby difference that that made the difference, right? Like having having 20, right? Doogle's in the fort faster, the Bastion faster, but just like lost a minute to no 20. It's a whole difference, and that's all the time too. Like there's no other time loss in the end enter. It's just forcing 20. That's the only change.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, good stuff to both. I mean, both players do play well, but Ancoboy has been kind of on fire. I mean, made that mistake early. You see, only lost 11 seconds really to that mistake at the very beginning, having to reset the world. But end of the day, Ancoboy's just a little more patience in the Bastion, waited for that 20, and look at it, paying off for him. Great job.
Yeah, and by default, we're sending it over to the village seed for our 5th seed. Yeah, I mean, Doogle's got to win 3 in a row, and he doesn't really get picks, because if he wins 3 in a row, Ancoboy gets to pick the next 2 seeds, right? So he can pick Temple against Duel. He can. I mean, maybe he just picks what he won on, right? Maybe he picks Shipwreck and Ruin Portal. I don't know.
Feinberg,
But
I have an important question for you.
what's your question?
I need to ask this like right now before anything starts. Do we see the first reverse sweep here or no? Make the call right now. Does Duke win 3 in a row?
What are the odds though? Like if it's a 50-50, of course I'm
1 and
saying
8?
no. 1 and
Okay.
8. I mean, that's just like the default odds though.
Do you think it's
I think it goes to a game 5.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I think Duel can run it back.
Okay.
I don't know.
You know what? Wait, so you're saying Duke is going to win or is not going to win? You got to make the
It's
call.
just gonna go to a game 5. I can't make a call past that.
All right. I'm going to take it a step further and call me whatever, but I'm going to say I want the content, okay? And the content is the reverse sweep. So, I'm going to say the reverse sweep is going to happen. The actual like reverse sweep, not the reverse sweep or whatever I said before.
Yes.
I'm hoping for the content, okay? I think what's gonna happen, maybe Ancoboy gets a little like, complacent with his gameplay. Doogile focuses up, comes in, and then it's kind of like a, like a little snowball effect type thing. I think we see the game 5. I think we see Duke take the reverse sweep. Maybe call me a hater, but Ancoboy is playing sharp, so maybe we'll just see a 3-0 and I'll look stupid.
We will see, but I'm ready to see Doogle's run back, man. I want to see him. I mean, he played so well against Ral. He's been playing well today, right? Like made 1-0 mistake, or just like didn't choose to go for it because of blocks or whatever, and then just didn't get 20. Just 2 small decision things. Other than that, like his gameplay's been lights out. Like he's been ahead everywhere else on both the seeds, like in the end first and the strong. It's just these one decisions that are losing him these seeds. And is he going to keep that speed into the village? Didn't ban it, but double blacksmith. I mean, maybe 10 obby?
Yeah, let's see this.
They're both going to different ones first, which is funny. Not there. Ooh, there it is. 9 though, but you have enough iron for a bucket, so that's nice. So
sure.
It's like you can move that lava to where your flint is. This is a very, very nice seed to play. 11 iron is so nice too. You can do full tools. The edgy craft here is you like gold axe, and then maybe you make some shears for some blocks. Treat it like a mapless overworld. Very weird to think about that.
Yeah.
Neither player. I mean, I don't even know why Ancoboy. Yeah, he just didn't loot both the blacksmiths first, so he didn't know he could make an iron axe. Is Doogile has a water bucket? Is he? Did he see a lava pool? And he's saving the obsidian?
Maybe? That's an interesting play.
He did, okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's what, maybe a 10-15 second time loss, 20-second time loss to save 9 obby? I mean, it's going to basically guarantee him 20.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Without a question of a doubt. And I think it's going to matter a lot if the seed doesn't give him 20. But if the seed does give you 20 normally.
So what you're saying, Feinberg, is it's going to matter if it's going to matter.
It's going to matter if it matters. Yes, but
Okay.
But it's an important distinction to make.
Yeah. No, of course.
It'll also matter if it doesn't matter too, because Doogile took a time loss. So it matters either way.
That's true. True. Yeah.
And Anko getting to this bastion a little faster, but obviously again he was just in the nether faster. Looks like they both took a very similar terrain up this sort of soul sand.
We'll say no obby in that first chest. We should really keep an eye on the obby count here for Ancoboy, because this is like very decisive. If he gets a lot of obby,
5. That's
it's really
all.
bad
That's
for
that's
obby,
all
or
that's
for
guaranteed.
Dude.
If there's no obby
Yeah, that could be
in
really bad.
the bottom double, this could be like an insane benefit to Dougal's play. Is this a stables?
He is still behind.
Oh, it is a
It
stables.
is a stables.
Okay, okay. So he's digging down there. I thought it was housing. That's what happens when you start watching near the middle. Was that more
no obby in
obby?
the
I
chest.
don't think so.
It's on none. So we gotta. Okay, we gotta. Got a good gap here.
Doogle's trading the gap.
You mean the triple?
Yes. Thanks. He also has a gas tier in his inventory, which is impressive.
Very nice. Return to sender.
That's good for a lockout. You need to make an end crystal.
There you go.
I don't know why they need to make an end crystal here, but nice overlap pyre here. I mean, he wins the seed if he can leave on the gap. Because we saw Molly have just an incredible lead being able to leave her off the triple. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
And
we forgive you.
I don't know if he can squeak out 20 though. He's got 14. He needs 6 from trades, which is maybe doable. It's gonna be tight, and we know there's no more gold in these chests. We know there's no more.
Yeah.
11 pearls, 16 obby. No, he needs to play the gap, and it's just. Now the only saving grace is if for some reason Ancoboy needs to also play the triple.
Yeah, but then Ancoboy might get enough for 20, and then it's like his obby plays.
Yeah, but then I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Well, Ancoboy's trades are done. He doesn't have 20. Is he gonna force it? This is still a ton of dynamics in this bastion.
Yeah,
because as we can see, it looks like he's out, but he's he's gonna have to hang to home portal, and Doogile has a pearling already. Yeah, and Ancoboy's not gonna have any pearls. He's gonna have like maybe 5 pearls to spare. No breaks, no pearls to chords for 0. Like there's so much dynamics and like how much time you lose in the bastion that ends up saving you time in other parts of the run.
It's really interesting here. This is like totally just like stuff versus pace kind of thing going on. Materials versus pace. Like the material here for Doog is obviously going to be better. He has more obby. He'll theoretically have traded more gold.
That's the way for these pearls,
so he should have more to work with. But now we can see the pace of Ancoboy is putting the pressure on Doog to really make use of all those materials.
Exactly. And it's weird to think about too because. I'm waiting for one more fire rose, maybe? Because, nice, there you go, he's gone. When you... Oh my god, oh my god. Oh,
Doog.
Thank god he went next to a block. Yeah, holy shit. Materials for his pace and something like any percent where you can just blind and hope it's close, right? That's just not ever going to be the right play in ranked, you know?
Yeah.
You have to play home portal, so it's materials versus pace, but the pace without materials is just by default much slower. So it's like, did you save enough time in the bastion to warrant yourself having 10 instead of 20? And I mean, we'll see.
That time? In
most of these seeds today, it's been the 20 obby warriors winning it out. So I don't know if it'll be the same thing on this seed. Ancoboy has a nice lead with these blazes, like rods, counts. And a 4 spawn with a spawner. He might have 7.
Yeah.
2 more here also. 3 more here also. He might have 7.
6. Not bad. There's the 7. Okay.
So he is gone.
Ancoboy. Going back to the home portal.
But look, like he threw this pearling, but he's got to find his way back. He's got to go back through all the terrain. Obviously, he has some food, but doesn't want to throw pearls maybe for 0. So this is all just raw time loss. And then if he has to go back or the terrain is whack. Oh. Yeah, I know. I thought he fell farther. I saw that.
Totally scared me. But Doog, I mean, okay, so we got some eye measurements from Ancoboy.
At the end of the day, yeah, he's measuring eyes first. He could just be winning. 1600
Yeah.
is not great, but you're obviously not guaranteed a close blind even with 20.
And we'll just have to see if the terrain might be just better from the it might be better terrain as far as
For Ancoboy or Doogile, yeah, I mean, it's just completely up in the air. Might be Doogle's 5th rod, no 4, no eye crafts either, I don't think. Terrain doesn't look too hot for Ancoboy. Yeah, I mean, this could just be... Yeah, he's got nowhere to go.
Oh.
Has to
Yeah,
try to force
this
this
could
up
be really
terrain
bad.
and just see if it goes in the direction, but it's
nice pearl.
blocking him off again, though. Has to do like maybe a pearl dig or a boat dig and just hope that it opens. And let's see how far Doogle's stronghold is. 300?
Oh my god.
I mean, 20 obby, man. Like, if it couldn't get any better. And
Holy.
Ancoboy is just feeling this terrain not in a good way.
Yeah, this is looking really good for the Doog supporters.
Yeah, just took like 3 hearts there because he doesn't want a pearl to mess up 0, so that's more time loss. And Doogle's at chords already. He overshot chords with 1 pearl. He's there.
Wow.
Looks like Ancoboy's at chords
pearl.
too, but there's a 0 difference if it's zeroable. Again, we've seen 1 seed be zeroable, 1 seed not be zeroable already. And these are different strongholds entirely. So Doogile looks like a very clean spike right. This might be easiest preemptive we've ever seen. And oh wow.
Yeah, there it is.
I mean, and he's just whipping it. Does he have stuff pre-crafted?
Yeah, he
He
does.
does. Wow. So just so confident. Needs that time save. Oh, and it's small boy. You got a 91. You have so much time. Drops the soul speed boots too. Wow. Heads up play there too. I feel like he's too high again. I think he did 1 too high because of the soul sand. This might break his bed. No, it doesn't.
No,
but it flies at 91.
Oh, no, it flies.
But that means it'll fly for Ancoboy too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because it is standard. So we will see. But look at Ancoboy's stronghold. He's just got a mine shaft in there. Is it preemptivable even? He's not in the end. And Doogile can just get a perch. But there's the portal room.
There's a portal room. And we've
I mean,
got
there's no way he makes it to 95. If he makes it to 95, he deserves the series. You know what I mean? He's got the stuff pre-crafted. We'll see. It's so hard to make it to 95 on this. We'll see what he goes to.
Yeah, maybe better blocks. No, he's got soul sand too.
91. No, it's gonna break. Or it's gonna fly away, not break, I should say. Yeah, could have made it to 95. There it goes. Yeah, wow. But I mean, he's got to just know that that happened to Doogile also, right? And just mentally rebound and reset. And gonna actually half bow while Doogile is
Doog did not do this.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the right play. Doogile obviously gets a force perch, and he's just been sitting here for a lot longer. But Doogile could not get a perch here, right? Like he pearled in here, no perch. Was it wrong? Does Doogile have a crossbow? Is that the perch? No. It's not. He got baited again. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to go for them, though. Is Ancoboy gonna steal this seed and the series?
Wow, that would be crazy.
At this point, he has more crystals down, so the odds, like, just currently right now are higher. For the perch. Is that the intern? No, a pearl or a fireball. Okay. Wow. Is that it for Doogile? No, it turned sideways. No. Is that it for Doogile? Is it it for Doogile? Is it for Doogile?
I don't think it is.
No. Does it go back for Doogile? No, another fireball.
Oh God, or a 1 of 8.
Oh wow. I mean, Doogle's gonna get the force perch sooner than later, but Ancoboy's got some crystals down. Not a perch for Ancoboy, not a perch approach at all. Doogile maybe has it's like 10 pearls to throw, gets the snap.
Okay, that's the perch for Doog. Okay, now we just hit the
not 3-0. Bad first bed, but he's got so many, I think.
Yeah, he's got like 10 or something.
4+1 off that first damage too. Wow, there it is. I mean, it would have been heartbreaking to see him go. I guess Ancoboy did half bow, but Doogile was in the end maybe almost a minute faster. We'll see how the splits, but wow. Takes a seed, man. We have some content.
There's some content. Is this momentum going to be able to keep it up for the next 2 seeds?
The stream.
Or is Ancoboy just needs to win 1. You know what I mean? It's still like the odds are very much so in Ancoboy's favor. If you consider him 50-50, it's still a 1 in 4 that Doog wins this. But I have faith in Doog. I made my prediction before. All right, I said the reverse sweep. And I think that I'm sticking by it. I'm sticking by it. So far, we're looking good, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, let's see. Throw it over to the splits. I think it was, like I said, like a minute. Yeah, a full minute. So yeah, I mean, it's just again, look, it's the 20 versus 10 difference. Like, and again, I mean, I guess there's a minute here of nav difference between two different strongholds, but yeah, I mean, Dougile's in the fort a minute slower.
Right.
And with 20, he wins. Terrain issues for Ancoboy. Close second portal courts for Doogile. Like, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, a lot of these matches today have been decided between 20 and 10 obby.
That's, yeah.
And now, Nerdy, what do you think Ancoboy is going to pick? All 5 seeds are available.
Remind me what he banned again. Remind me what he banned.
Ancoboy banned BT and picked Ruin Portal. One on Ruin Portal. Duke picked Shipwreck. Ancoboy won on Shipwreck. And now Ancoboy lost on Village.
I'm going to say that Ancoboy is just going to use whatever mindset he was using before to pick Ruin Portal. I could see him doing what Duke banned. And maybe I'm just totally off. Maybe he'll pick something wild, but I'm gonna say RP. I'm gonna say RP. Nice. Okay. Yeah, nice I still don't fully understand the RP pick. Like it doesn't fully make sense, but I'm sure there's logic and strategy behind it. But it seems like whatever was used before is being used now. Confidence, whatever you want to call it. And Duke's gonna have another chance to, Ancoboy's gonna have another chance to win this one.
Yeah, I don't know. But it worked for him in Seed 1, so let's throw it over and see if it'll work for him again on Seed 4. I'm ready to get into it.
We're getting ready soon here. Yeah, this is an exciting match for sure. I don't know. I feel like we've seen pretty much every match has been really close between these two, like really close.
Is Doogile tabbed out or? Oh yeah.
Yeah, looks like he's tabbed out. Tabbed in now though.
I had to refresh this thing. I figured it out. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm pumped to this. I'm pumped for this match.
Here we go.
I mean, no food. Dude, it's so weird to me. Like, chickens here, I don't think I would go for. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I can see the argument either way.
Like, Ancoboy's in quicker. I mean, I guess he hasn't crafted his stuff.
Yeah, but crafted his pick or anything. Yeah. Do get some gold going into the nether for what that's worth.
I do like the gold block. I mean, you can grind netherrack to get better blocks. You don't have to use your wood. So yeah, we'll see.
And yeah, Duke looks like he's just navigating the terrain better. He's in a little bit faster, even though he entered the nether later. Maybe like a second ahead now, I would say.
Both cranking out a mana route here. Ooh, nice. Block over there on the side so that piglets can get through. And, oh,
Going up.
weird version of lava housing there, but not the full seed, which is nice. And I like this play from Doogile. Going to the backup blocks first, because you're going to get them anyways. It's super... It's like ranked tech, you know? Because in a real run, you just want to leave on 9 gold blocks. But it's ranked tech. It's super... like, new sort of thought experiment. And I don't know if anyone's fully timed it out. It just feels better. It feels right. If you're gonna get the blocks either way, why not just get them first, get more pigs? You trade slightly later, but I think it's worth the offsetting of everything. So yeah, we'll see. The only difference now between these two players, obviously other than Ancoboy not having the 3 extra gold blocks from the housing backups, is he has 1 chicken and Doogile has no food. Is that gonna matter? Maybe. Seeds like this, you generally have to hunger reset in the nether at least once. So, I mean, if both players have to hunger reset, it really won't matter. But it could make a difference if there's low glowstone. I've personally lost, like, 2 or 3 ranked seeds to just straight up having no food off these seeds in the nether. And just, like, sprinting, or like, walking in the bastion because my food's out. Like I get no glowstone. I'm on 1 heart. Like, I've had a couple seeds like that, I mean... Getting even 1 chicken or just any food anywhere would have saved the entire run, so... We'll see what happens when they leave, but did Ancoboy even... I don't think Ancoboy got the backups at all. And he's taking damage to this magma cube, which isn't great for the no food situation. And I'm not sure where the fort is. Still hanging there. Oh, hit by the magma cube again? Magma cube again?! I mean, this chicken's going to heal him a little bit, but he's taking damage from the pearl hang, and then you assume he's got to pearl one more time to the fort. So... Is that just it? Like, are we 17 obby only? Is Doogile, do you think he's going to go back down and trade those 2 gold blocks maybe to get 20? No, I think he's just leaving.
Yeah.
Maybe a home portal pearl hang. Doogile really wanted to force 20 on that last seed, and now it's not showing up. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Trying to get the pearl hang, it looks like.
Yeah, and the pearl is hung, but at what cost, man? You're at 1.5. Just popped one of your only 2 fire res. So a hunger reset is even more punishing in this situation because you will lose your fire res. And if you have no fire res getting a second portal cores, that could lose you so much time. But look at this. Ancoboy also on extremely low health going to the same fort. Like, I would be stunned if neither of these players die and manage to conserve their fire res. I mean, like, I'm terrified watching this. It's so easy to just get RNG hit once by a blaze if you're playing like fast perfectly. Like, are we gonna see this hunger reset from Doogile? Yes, he's gonna burn a fire res. Is he thinking about it? He is, and he doesn't do it.
Oh my god.
He sets his spawn, so if he dies, it's fine. But the awareness to know about your fire res is crazy. Because if you pop that fire res and you don't have it for second portal cords, it could be game over. And yeah, he's waiting still. But look, he doesn't want to get neither of these players mining out any of the spawner wanting to get close at all. Because like you walk into that spawner for half a second, it spawns, it's over. You're done. And even though you have your spawn set, like where are all your items going and stuff?
Just saw the death screen.
yeah,
totally got me. I was looking at Ancoboy and then I saw the death screen on Doogie's in my peripheral.
That was the hunger reset death screen, Nerdy, but I'm glad you were emotionally invested.
Should be way more scared for Ancoboy though.
Yeah, he hasn't set his anchor yet. Is he running? Is he getting brown mushrooms over here? Is that the play? He is. Wow. So avoiding the hunger reset,
oh my god.
getting. He lost some mushrooms, so getting 2. I'm honestly not sure what's a better play. I don't know. But Doogile, I mean, took no damage in the fort. That wasn't intentional hunger reset damage, and it's carrying him to being insanely faster on the seed. He's up 4 rods. He's already blinding. Ancoboy has 17 obby, doesn't have a pearl hung. Is he going to blind? Is he going to run back here and now realize he has to hang a pearl? Trying to play maybe a weird double spawner here. I don't know. I mean, low food, like for this low food seed, Doogile right now is playing lights out.
Yeah.
I mean, except for like that risky pearl and almost dying to fall damage, like, I mean, literally what, a heart and a half away from his tournament career, and the playoffs over. But now he is so ahead that he's heading to Chords before Ancoboy even knows where the stronghold is. Which, on a seed like this, where there's very little decision making and how you play the room portal, how you get everywhere, is very impressive. That he's able to be a minute ahead here, if not.
Yeah, this is great pace from Doog. Just like you said, just playing lights out, playing super clean, super tough seed. It seems.
Yeah, and look at this. Ancoboy is just
lot.
blinding. He in a desperation play. The second time we've seen a blind here. And if I can do triangulation in my head, it might be close to a stronghold. I think it might be like 700.
Let's see.
I lied. Wow, that is 1900. So I wouldn't be surprised if Doogile I spies and we see a classic Ancoboy forfeit. I'm not even gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to go next. Keep the mental into the game 5. I mean, that's why you don't blind a rank, guys. Like, look, he might go back and try to force Obby somehow. That's just you can't blind in rank. That's just not how it goes, you know. For every one good blind that you see, there's 9 that you just insta lose. And this is unfortunately going to be one of them, unless Doogile has some sort of insane meltdown. And I guess Doogile doesn't know that Ancoboy is years away from finishing the game, right? Like, he doesn't know he's 2k away and is just on complete scraps. So Doogile might send the 0. Oh, is this a classic Doogile dig to portal room strategy? Wow.
There we go.
This guy's really perfected this over the course of the playoffs. All 3 seeds in the round of 16, seen again in the round of 8. I mean, I don't know what headset he is. And look at that, the classic Ancoboy forfeit play. What did I tell you guys? Sub 9 from Doogile. Woo! Give it up. Fixing the mental, maybe. Ready to go to game 5. I mean, if he wants to, he wants to. We can't stop him. I don't like the play, but it is what it is, right? If it helps your mental, we could see a game 5.
I might put this at like, I might be overthinking, but I might be putting this at like a 65-70% in favor of Doog, in my opinion. He's got the momentum, he's got the mental, he's clearly like fixed the mistakes from the first 2 matches, and whereas at first I was like, we were, you know, I mean, Ancoboy was just destroying. Now Doogile's done something, and turn this around. And my prediction, all I gotta say, guys, my prediction, it's looking starting to look kind of good. I'm just saying. But
I mean, if you look at the splits, like, I think Doogile has been playing mechanically just faster in all the seeds. But in the first 2, he got screwed by a 0 decision, maybe as like a block decision earlier on. I think on the second seed it was the 20 versus 10, and then he mentally took note of that and fixed it. And I mean, look at the splits on this seed. He's a minute ahead with the home portal pearl hang time loss. Ancoboy blinded a minute slower. Like, it's just lights out from Doog. Like, he played the fort perfectly on low health to save a minute on top of the time loss with the pearl hang is crazy. Someone in chat has a great suggestion to check the food chest in stables, which would be an amazing suggestion if it wasn't a housing bastion. Otherwise, I would have really liked that idea to see from one of the runners. But maybe they'll think about it if this next nether has a stables. But it is a village seed, so I think they will check the hay bales for food instead. But
yeah, that's a good idea.
Keep those good ideas coming. Chat has, as a collective, you guys are smart. But I'm
a big fan of the cooked pork chop chest in the village.
In the village.
Yeah,
you know,
that one.
You can get raw pork chop in a village chest. Do you know which village chest?
I mean, I'd assume it'd be the butcher.
What village type, though? Do you know? Can only spawn in one village type.
Is it gonna be like weird, like snow taiga or something?
It's in the. I don't think it's taiga, Chad. I think it's just savannah. I don't think it's
Oh, it's
taiga.
Savannah?
It's the
Okay.
savannah, and there's two butcher houses, but only one of them has food.
Interesting. Yeah, well.
This is what I love about Twitch chat too. Just like it's taiga, and then the very next message after, it's not taiga. Just the same, just two completely opposite. Anyways, Ancoboy picked village, which is interesting because it's his
That
pick,
is interesting.
and Doogile won on the village, which is
Yeah,
very
what's up with that?
interesting.
You know, here's what I think. I think you're playing for consistency. You're playing for ease, you know what I mean? And sure, it's a little bit hard as far as like the decision making that we saw Ancoboy make the mistake, or I shouldn't say mistake, the different play of not saving the obby. And so there's some non-linearity there, but with the thing that there is food. There's beds, consistent 0. I mean, as long as you have pearls or whatever, right? Like you can always have enough beds for 0. You can always have enough food. I don't know. I think it's like an sort of there's something comforting about a village in that sense.
Yeah, and people in chat are pointing out that I think Dougal entered slower on the village. Now, I'm not sure if Ancoboy knows that's because he saved Obby, and it's what ended up winning Dougal the seed because he had 20 obsidian, and Ancoboy had 10. But from the splits, he can just see that he won that overworld in the village by 22 seconds. So maybe it's some false sense of security that he thinks he messed up in the nether, but he can crush the overworld again. So we'll see. I mean, I'm ready for our last quarterfinals match of season 1, our last match of the day, match, game, all the same thing. I mean,
yeah, this is
determining our 4th and final player to battle out for their share of $2,500 tomorrow. Semifinals, finals, glory, pain, love, suffering, all of that, you know. It'll be hype.
This will indeed be hype. As we have our village spawn here, let's see what we got. Doog.
There we go. 15 obby. I mean, this one, you're not really gonna be making some weirder plays. Like Doogle's saving that obby to go to a lava pool. Can't happen here because you're making an iron pick. You're not making a bucket. You're just building your portal where you get flint. That's just how it goes.
Looks like Doog just a little bit ahead here.
Ancoboy does have 4 hay bales, though. It all goes back and forth. We will see. And this flint looks very, like, available. Just out on the side of the ocean here, so I'd be very shocked if either of these runners... Oh, wow, is Ancoboy actually starting a woodlight setup? This is something that I personally don't know, but I know can be really good. Starting a woodlight, he's going to lose a lot of time to running this, but if he can get it to pop while he's killing the golem, he's not going to have to get flint.
What a play, theoretically.
Now again, Dougal can get flint and then build his portal just on the flint, right? Like he gets 2 or 3 here and then can just build it. But Ancoboy can do more things, I guess, when he's overlapping.
Interesting. Yeah, very interesting differences here.
And honestly, it might come down to like how bad the flint rates are. And it looks like that's good enough. And Dougal's going to save time. Is the woodlight popped for Ancoboy? No! And he is just going to sit. He just has to sit here, right? And just hope that it catches. I don't personally know how these setups work. I don't think there's anything else he can do about it. And every lost his crafting table. Every second that he just sits here, at what point, like, do you think you dip out and try to go get flint and come back? Like, grab 2 flint like Dougal did and come back and just try to grind it on the outside? Do you just...
Yeah, I mean,
try
it's
to
weird.
mentally overlap something? Like... I don't
mean,
know. Did he...
A
couple people in chat saying he built the setup wrong? 3 people, 4 people saying he built the setup wrong?
Oh, no. Yeah, I mean...
And if that is true, I mean, it's just a brutal mistake. It's almost a minute at this point that he's losing. I don't think difficulty matters. There's nothing he can catch on.
Yeah. I think this might be a feeling of, what's that fallacy called? Like the
Sunk cost fallacy? Like
sunk
just
cost fallacy, exactly,
commit,
yeah.
Like there's no point in getting Flynn. It's been so long, it'll happen.
Exactly, yeah. But in this context, I hate to say it, I think it is best to go get Flint.
I mean, and it still hasn't popped.
And Duke's just in the Bastion routing.
And look, there it is. Now he's gone. He's going to go try to do something. Get Flint. Man, I think the mental boom, if he gets the Flint and comes back and it's lit, it could just be
you think that'd be
completely
worse
over.
than...
Oh, yeah. I mean, your mental's already in the complete gutter, right? You've lost 2 seeds in a row. You just lost over a minute and a half to something RNG if you don't know it was the wrong setup. And if this is lit, yeah, that is a mental destruction. I think if this was a regular rank game, we'd see a forfeit. But I think because it's Attorney, and because he knows it's the last possible seed, he has no more breathing room, he's got to keep playing. But, like, that is brutal, man. And... I mean, what do you even do to save time? You kind of just have to hope that Doogile messes up. Like, it's maybe you play your own safe game. Do you think you try to blind? Like, but it looks like 20 is just guaranteed. Like, you don't even really have the choice. Doogle's got 19 obby already, and he hasn't checked like any of his trades. Well, as long as Doogile doesn't die here, but he looks good. 5 hearts, and there's a lot of village food. I mean, yeah, you easily get 20 from things. Like, what does Ancoboy do to make up pace? Doogle's going to be in the forts with 0 mats, with 3 fire res, and... Oh my god! Box the pig, hang the pearl, box the pig, and tick perfect! I think his stuff is savable, and it looked like he landed in a good spot. I think that piglin was mad at him down the whole bastion. That sword pig? From the top down the entire bastion. I mean, I think Doogile gets his stuff back quickly, but this opened up the door for Ancoboy to, like, even have a sliver of hope at winning this seed. There was no hope before this moment, but look at Doogle's stuff. Look at how fast his recovery is. Was this even 1 full minute? I don't even know. Like, nothing burned. He has gold armor. No pigs are mad. No hoglins. What did he lose? Like a fire res? That he popped early? Maybe? Nothing? Doogile or Ancoboy might also just die right here. 2.5. He's got the whole bastion on his ass. One crossbow and he's dead? No. 24. I mean, they're entering the fort at the same time. The door is completely open now. Does Doogile have more stuff? Was it just an insane throw? Is it actually over? That was a nice pearl. It looked like Doogile only lost like a minute, but that might have just been all the time that the pearl hang lost. Or the flintless, I should say. I don't know. I mean, he's got 24 obby. Yeah. Yeah, for Doogile too, you think like you were just hard winning the seed, and then you just make a mistake. But I mean, it's a good thing it was very recoverable. I have no idea, man. Like, does Ancoboy have enough stuff? He's got enough beds. Yeah, he's got stuff. Like the pace is back to tied.
Really close
because of Doogle's death. Yeah, and he's getting this blaze bed off slightly later. Yeah, he gets a 1 spawn with blazes. That could mean a lot. Ancoboy gets the same spawn and it's 3 because of more space. So I think he might be a blaze ahead now. Again, everything adds up, right? So Doogile might have more time to prep stuff. He's building with his nether bricks, which is maybe his mistake in 0 in the other seed. Maybe building with soul sand would be better, but I know he's probably comfortable with doing 0 with soul sand. I just know in that one seed he had like 7 soul sand, so it might not really matter either way.
I feel like Ancoboy's getting some nice spawns here.
Yeah, they both should get the same spawn timings, but obviously the amount of blazes are going to be different. That is not controlled, but if you have the whole area cleared out, you will basically always get 4. And yeah, the spawn from Doogile looks like you get 4. Does Ancoboy have 6 rods? Is he ahead? In a cave? They're both in the same stronghold. Or spot. What does this cave look like? Why 85 mountains? Doogile builds higher. Is this going to actually clutch him up? No, Y59.
I feel like probably not,
Y59,
right?
I don't think it'll matter. But he hits surface. It's a different blocks. That's an insane amount of time save that brings him back in the lead due to just Nether Portal RNG. Again, another thing in the game that's just not standardizable as much as we want it to. And 794 looks like Ancoboy. What is this? 166.48 for Doogile. Same courts for Ancoboy, so they're going to the same spot.
Wow.
And Doogile had a break. I guess they're both going to have a break. So you get one more rod. Doogle's got his blazes waiting for him. Definitely back in the driver's seat here if these drop. Oh, and another spawn. I mean, pick your poison. Which blaze is going to drop, right? Kill the ones that are the most convenient to access. And there's that blaze rod.
There you go.
Pre-prep for 0. I kind of like this if your crafting table's already down. 2 anchors. Yeah, and Ancoboy has to spend all this time digging back down. Doogle's already gone.
Yeah. A little bit of a lead.
And I think he had an eye break, so he's going to also need to kill another blaze. Oh no, Ancoboy blinded on 4 rods. I thought he was just raw ahead also.
Yeah, I thought he did
so
too,
Doogle's even more ahead than we thought. Already at chords almost. And Ancoboy has to get 2 more rods. Maybe 1 more now, but still is stuck chained to the spawner for another spawn cycle. We saw Doogile get really bad rates for his 7th rod. I don't know why. Maybe Doogile didn't pick up an eye. I don't know why Ancoboy is 8 and Doogile had 11 or something, but I know the
lava always gets
me.
me.
Is he close? Is he? Yeah, he's going the right way. Yeah, 4 blocks away. Ancoboy threw 3 eyes apparently. Maybe 2 of them broke then. Maybe he left on 5. Makes sense. Makes sense. That does make sense. And Doogle's in the stronghold. I mean, ahead, not by much. Ancoboy's going to chords, but it's enough if it's zeroable. And that looks like a really clean preemptive spike down mid. Oh, I like that. Good not turning back. Maybe curves right here. Maybe curves right here. Yes, there it is. Nice spike. This is it. This is the entire tournament life for Doogile right here. Take a little bit of time to prep 0.
It looks caged.
57.
Okay.
It's hittable.
Boxed
He
in.
doesn't have pearls on his hotbar. Now he does. Back cage. You don't go for that. In practice, you go for that. In ranked, you don't. He's got some arrows. Does he have a bow? Did he keep his crafting table? Is it Perch Nation? Is he going to lose the half bow?
Yeah, that very well may be. We haven't seen... I don't know if we've seen...
Is that the Perch? Oh!
Oh my god!
That is going to be the dagger to close off this series. I mean, you don't mess up a 9-bed. It's just not possible. That's the game.
Wow.
That's
you don't mess up a 9-bed.
the game. Woo!
Wow.
And he has enough beds. He gets it. Oh my god. Our first reverse sweep in the best of 5s. And Ancoboy's gone. Alt F4. Gonna probably see the offline screen. Yep. Mental in the gutter. I mean, you had 3 seed chances to win, and
yep.
I mean, can it slip away from your fingers anymore? Like that is it. You know, you have that's the most amount of chances you'll get, and they're all gone.
Yeah.
And you're out of the money. You finish top 8. Not gonna be able to see you again tomorrow. I mean,
wow.
Dude, let's look at these splits for a second. This was a very interesting seed to look at. Wow. Ancoboy, 2 minutes in the overworld to the flintless mistake. I'm not going to pretend like I know the setup, but a lot of people in chat said it was wrong, and it felt wrong to me. Because when you build the setup in a regular lava pool, you give it some airspace in the front. and he had it walled in entirely. So I'm willing to trust Chad on this one that the setup was wrong, but Ancoboy got all the time back because Doogile died. And I mean, where's this time save? Like, it's the what am I trying to say? Doogile building his portal higher at a couple different blocks, maybe, that just gets him up. Like, I don't think the Y level really mattered there. It was just maybe 3, 4, 5 blocks offset that caused him on the surface, and that's so much time save. No dig up, no dig back down. That might literally be this 50 seconds right here. I mean, that's just crazy.
Crazy
and
stuff.
I don't know. Yeah, Doogile says no interview. All good. I mean, stressful match probably for both players. Like,
For sure.
Doogile saying in chat he died on purpose to let him catch up.
Right. Yeah, of course.